Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, sneaky. When he moves around the floor, Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Holmgren the pass to Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Now the Timberwolves with it. Randall dishes to Gobert. Randall passes to Edwards. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
You can see Shea always active with his hands and feet. That play was all about his defensive instincts.
Randall surveying the D. Conley finds Gobert. Back to Conley. 6 to shoot. Gobert with a screen for Conley. Pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And McDaniels with the block. Edwards dishes to Conley. Back to Edwards. Over to the wing. 3-pointer, Randall. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Now I asked him how you take care of the Stifle Tower himself, Rudy Gobert. Coach said, I think you just try to pester him on defense and stay away from him on offense. If he's anywhere near our shooters, that means it's time to move the ball. So they'll have to play keep away when it comes to Gobert. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Timberwolves have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
And they set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen. What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Now here's Randall. And it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Conley with a wide-open look gets the three-pointer to fall. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Randall with the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's in there.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Conley kicks to McDaniels. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall down low. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Got one on Holmgren. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult...
The ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for the Thunder. Minnesota with the ball. 9-point game. Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Williams looking over the floor. Trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And finished off by Gobert.
Well, terrific movement from the big man. Rudy Gobert starting to master the screen and roll.
Picked by Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. The kick out to Williams. Dort with a screen for Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Outside Edwards. Back to Conley. Gobert with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Randall passes to Gobert. And the rejection by Holmgren. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then had it. He won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. The Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wallace subbed in for Dort. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Now here's Wallace. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Reed with it. Over Williams. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Clark against Williams. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Now here's Edwards. Reed with a screen on Wallace. Here's Edwards. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Williams. And the Thunder lead by 9.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
Edwards' shot is good.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. To the middle, Miller dishes to Edwards. Picked by Reed. With 1 on the clock, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Timberwolves trail by 6. We've got Wallace. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Here's Minot. 5 on the clock. Here's Edwards. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Boy, when you look at Anthony Edwards' frame, it is pro-ready right now. That upper body strength, the ability to play through contact, the and one. Yes, sir.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Now here's Wallace. Williams sends a screen for Wallace. The long distance three is buried. Wallace has got 5 points so far.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
The muscle from Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Pass to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. 8 points for him. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
Anthony Edwards has got his rhythm, and he's got a well-rounded offensive game. Look out.
Pass to Caruso. Outside Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Clock at 6. Wallace with a screen for Caruso. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And he's good on the 3-ball. Wiggins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Pass to Garza. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. A fader. Reed misses.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Wallace, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Here's Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And he knocks down the first one. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Waltz. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 10.
Well, this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Edwards looking it over. And here's Conley outside. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
It's incredible to me how players have become so adept at creating just enough space to get the shot off. Nicely done.
Here's Conley. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Conley kicks to Edwards. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Caruso, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gobert with the block.
Almost inescapable, that 7'9" wingspan. Send it back, big Rudy Gobert.
Now here's Caruso, defended by Alexander Walker. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Alex Caruso. And then for Minnesota, Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And Randle has got the ball here for Minnesota. Trailing here by 8. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 14. Doris, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has a chance to go down as one of the greatest Canadian basketball players ever.
Kevin, that is a bold statement when you consider that the great Steve Nash, 2-time MVP and one of the best passers in the history of the game, is of Canadian descent. But this guy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, is putting together quite the resume. Let's just hope he can sustain that stardom.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How has he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. The three-pointer off the mark. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Williams, and finished off by Williams.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Oh, here's Edwards. 16 points for him. McDaniels finds Conley. Misses the three. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Holmgren dishes to Williams. 5 to shoot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Miss number 4 for him from the floor. 7 for 11 field goal attempts. Edwards passes to Conley. Tips it.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 16. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide-open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to talk to his guys. The Thunder making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Edwards. Conley kicks to McDaniels. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Defended by Dort. Here's Gobert. Out to Conley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Connects from three-point range. Randall's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
Pass to Dort. Now here's Williams from downtown. Mike Conley grabs the miss.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
1:09 left in the first half of basketball. McDaniels against Williams. Down low. Here's Dort. Minnesota with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Pass to McDaniels. McDaniels sets a screen for Randall. McDaniels passes to Randall. Jacks up a three. Misses the mark. His 3rd miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Dort kicks to Williams. Wallace looking for an opening. Here's Holmgren. Chalk up 2 there. Holmgren's got 8. Oh, big time play!
And he nails it! Oh, beats the buzzer from way down court. These fans are stunned.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. Get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draw. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards against Dort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Anthony Edwards is one of the most explosive athletes in the league. He can burn you with his perimeter jump shooting. He's dangerous in transition. And look out, folks, the upside is there.
And the first one drops.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And Edwards drops them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Holmgren against Randall. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And the shot goes in.
Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
It's deflected. Conley surveying the D. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Gobert with the block. And he gets it back. Stolen by McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniel.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And if you want to talk about liftoff, folks, he went right from the launching pad. Serious extended hang time there. Even at full speed, it looked like he was in slow motion. Just amazing.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 18. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Dort. A beautiful finish inside by Ant.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the basket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 22.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Offline with his 3. The Thunder leading by 4. Outside, Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Pass to McDaniels. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Williams. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
First one falls for him. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Now here's Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Conley the pass to McDaniels. Edwards inside, defended by Dort. The Thunder leading by 5. To the inside. Here's Holmgren. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from three-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis. Boy, you think about the size and skill set that should allow Chet Holmgren to be very good for a very long time.
Holmgren hits them both. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. 7-point differential. Conley with the screen on Holmgren. Here's Randall, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Chet Holmgren. And a change for the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker's checked in. And so he hits both. Oklahoma City leading by 5. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Oklahoma City moving it around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, there's a level of aggressiveness that you must contend with Gilgeous-Alexander on the offensive end. You love to see him force the issue.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Randall is doubled. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Hartenstein with the screen on Conley. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Outside Edwards. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Really nice decision-making by Anthony Edwards. If you're going to play in the NBA, you've got to read off pick-and-roll action.
Dort against Edwards. Here's Caruso. Off target from three-point range.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Randall. He gets it in there. Now it's just a 3-point Oklahoma City lead. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Williams finds Caruso. Pass to Dort. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams for 3. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Edwards got 5 rebounds tonight. Conley's shot is off.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he has 28 points for the game. And he gets it to go.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shai? Creating a bucket. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Here's Edwards. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 8 now on the night. On the wing, Williams. Three-pointer hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Inside, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And vertical threat that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. That one's not going to go. Nice defense from Dort. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Thunder have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the Thunder with some changes. Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Cason Wallace in for Dort. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. And he sinks the second. Timberwolves trail by 9. Reed with a screen on Wallace. The 11-footer and the basket by Edwards. Edwards got 8 here in the quarter.
If you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
And there's Gilgeous Alexander. That's good on the assist by Wallace. And the Thunder lead by 9. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game plan. DiVincenzo passes to Ingles. Hands it from downtown.
So you've got to chase Joe Ingles off that three-point line because he is lethal.
Edwards against Wallace. Williams a screen on Edwards. Here's Gilgeous Alexander. The baseline J off the mark. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And now we'll send it over to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, for an update on Julius Randle. D.A.?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer of the Timberwolves gave us some information. Now, he told me that it's a knee sprain, and it's definitely painful, but it's fortunate it wasn't worse. Unfortunately, they've ruled him out for tonight and likely for the foreseeable future. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
We've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Alex Caruso out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. And it's Wallace in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And, guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Miller. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Miller's got his first points of the game.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Now, here's Clark. After the miss from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. DiVincenzo finds Miller. Reed with a screen for Miller. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First team foul. Shooting for Minnesota. Miller. 2 shots.
That one is off. And the Thunder with some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Alex Caruso. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the second free throw, good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They've led by as much as 10. Six on the shot clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
They double him with Wiggins. Miller, no up. Oklahoma City leading by 5. Wallace finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins, a screen on Miller. Wiggins outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists tonight. Outside Edwards. No good that time.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Conley. And here's Miller. Outside Edwards. Good. Nothing but net. Edwards got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Count that bucket.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Now here's Edwards. Edwards holding off the D and converts.
That's where patience pays off for Anthony Edwards. The clock is dwindling, but he's keeping his poise.
Pass to Chang. Here's Wiggins. Puts up a 3. Dort misses. Conley kicks to DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Over Wallace. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Count that one for Dort. And the Thunder lead by 8.
Listen, that is all you can do defensively. Luke Dort at times is just going to make tough shots.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. For the Thunder, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jen. Chad Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And Jalen Williams is subbed in for Cason Wallace. Minnesota also making some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Miller, and it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Edwards, no good. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Dort. Finished off the break. Dort's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Luke Dort sprints the floor, taking advantage of good defense by his teammate to get an easy opportunity.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Reed. To the paint. Here's Conley. That shot missing. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williams, and rejection by McDaniels. Outside Conley. And here's Edwards from the arc. And Holmgren pulls it down. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
And he makes the first. Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota.
2 minutes
down by 12.
2 minutes.
Pass to Gobert. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Well, there's height and reach to the advantage of Rudy Gobert. Just gets up and over the top of guys.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Minnesota with the rebound. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Conley kicks to Gobert. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Edwards got 16 points here in the second half. Pulls it from the elbow, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Thunder lead by 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
.116 left in the fourth. Here's Edwards. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
Anthony Edwards. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that brings them within single digits. And Edwards drops them both. The Thunder leading by 8. The kick out to Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Thunder.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, unselfish basketball. His ability to create for others has been the story of this game.
Now here's Williams. 6 to shoot. Holmgren the pass to Williams. No good from outside. Pass to Conley.
Anthony Edwards. Assist from Miles Reed.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Olmers, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.